we are going to continue with the practical. Okay, so in the practical today we are going to start with the um, SQL. Just let. So the very first thing, guys, today I will teach you that how to open the software. Okay, so hope you guys have received. Okay, today or tomorrow, today, guys, you guys will receive the software. Okay, so now, so the very first thing today we are going to see how to open the software. For that, you have to come to the software folder where you have kept the software. So it is recommended to keep it in the C drive. Then you have to come to the folder and here is the software guide. So here we will open the SQL tab. So today the day one. So we will just pin this one first. So for that, first we have to come to the folder where we have kept the software. Then make a double click. Okay. And here you can see this folder will get open. Then you just have to make a right click and pick the option pin to taskbar. Okay. And then simply close this one. This is all set up. You have to do only one time. The moment you will do pin to taskbar, here you can see one software icon, you will get it. Okay. So going further, daily basis, whenever you want to open the software, what exactly you guys have to do? So you simply make a double click on this icon. The moment you will make a double click, it will get open. Let it get open. So guys, the moment you will make a double click, it will get open like this. And then what you have to do, you just have to make a single click on Oracle SRC. You have to log in into the software. For that, simply make a single click on the Oracle SRC and give the password which you had given during the installation and then OK. Now here you can see this is how finally your software will get open. Okay, so we will just mention today's date. Now, so first understand what is SQL. Today we are going to start SQL. So what is SQL? So guys, for the SQL, few people used to call it as SQL, few people used to call it as SQL. Both are same thing. Okay. Spelling is SQL for both and both are same thing only. In the real time scenario, guys, this SQL will be used by multiple people. Multiple people means what? Means this SQL will be used by manual tester, automation tester, big data tester, Hadoop tester, Python tester, scripting testers, Java developer, .NET developer, Python developer, and definitely ETL tester, ETL developer, team lead, managers, director, VP, client, and all. In one line, you can say this SQL is the first door to get entered into the IT market. Okay, if anyone is telling that I am working in IT and I am not using this SQL, then it is a myth. 99.99% they have to use. Doesn't matter in which designation they are working. Okay, so in one line you can say this is the door one or first door to get entered into the IT market. So this is the SQL. So this in the SQL we are going to learn DDL statement. First topic is DDL. Under DDL we are going to learn create, alter, and drop. Okay. Now the DDL stands for data definition language. DDL stands for data definition language. And under that we are going to learn create, alter, and drop. every one of you, please focus on the practical. No need to write down the notes. You guys will receive it. Okay. All the notes, the way how you guys have been, the data warehouse notes I was showing, on the same manner, I do have SQL notes also. You will receive the okay. So simply focus on the practical. Now, the first topic is DDL. DDL stands for Data Definition Language. And here, the very first topic, we are going to learn create. Okay. So, what is the create statement? So, guys, with the help of create statement, we can create a table. Okay. With the help of create statement, we can create a table. Consider one example. Imagine that you guys are working in Wipro and Big Bazaar is your client. So one day the client came and they told, please create one table with column ID, name, and location. Okay, they told, please create one table with column ID, name, and location. Then what we have to do? We have to create it. How we can create? We can create it by using create statement only. Okay, and what will be the syntax? So guys, the syntax for the same is we have to just mention create table. Okay, we are going to create a table. So first we have to mention create table, and then we have to mention table name. Whatever table name you want, you can mention. There is no issue. Okay, so imagine that Big Brother is our client. So we will mention Big Brother. So big one is space brother. Okay. So first what we have to do, we have to mention create table and then table name. Whatever table name you want, you can mention. So imagine that we want to mention Big Brother. So here we had mentioned Big Brother. But if we will mention like this, then it will throw error. Why? Why it will throw error? Because just now I had confirmed that whatever table name you want, you can mention. There is no issue. So what is the issue with this table name? So guys, the issue is that your table name should not contain any space. Okay, so here you can see between big and bazaar, there is a space. So what is the solution? The solution is you can mention big bazaar without any gap like this, or you can mention big underscore bazaar. Both are correct approach. But putting big one space bazaar is not the correct approach. Okay, so we will mention create table, then table name. Now press enter and then we will open the bracket. Okay, and in SQL guys, the number of times we open the bracket, same number of times we have to close it. It is mandatory. So here I had opened the bracket. So imagine that 2-3 times simply. I will press enter and I will close the bracket. Okay. Now anyone, any question guys up to here? Okay. Silence, no question. So again, I will do a small recap because it is a new thing. So first we have to mention create table, then table name. Then we have to open the bracket. And in SQL, the number of times we open the bracket, same number of times we have to close it. Okay, so here we had opened the bracket and close it. And then all the column name, whatever column name was requested, all the column name you have to mention inside the bracket. The first column was ID, so we will mention ID, comma. Next column requirement is name, so I will simply press enter, mention again, comma, again enter. And then what is the next column requirement? So location. So we will mention location. Okay, that's it. And then whatever the extra space is there, we will remove it by using delete keyboard. Okay, so here this is the thing. So what we have written, create table, table name, open bracket and close bracket. Then inside the bracket guys, we have to mention all the column names, whatever column name you want, like ID, name, location, email ID, phone number, means whatever column you want, you can mention. There is no issue. And how you have to mention? So first column name, then comma. Second column name, then comma. Third column name, then comma. Fourth column name, then comma. Fifth column name, then comma. Okay. But you have to make sure that the very last column should not contain any comma. You can see here name after name I had given comma, but after location I didn't mention. Why? Because comma is used for separation. Okay, now between the two columns. So after the location there is no any another column, so I didn't mention comma. Now, anyone any question guys up to here? Okay, silence means no question. Then you guys have seen that in the Excel file, if we used to create
Hello.
table, yeah, yeah, Kuljan,
Uh,
yeah, hi.
write line by line each word.
No, no, no.
Uh, am I
It is
clear
not.
with my question?
Can you come again?
See, what I mean to say is like how we write generally, like create space, table, and all.
Mm-hmm.
The similar way, can't we write ID, comma, space, then name, then
Okay, in the
space,
same
then
line
location?
you mean to say in a
Ha,
single
exactly, exactly.
like a single.
Ha.
Yes, you can write down. There is no issue. There is no problem. But here,
So
actually, the team
it's not
is
mandatory to make line by line.
no, no. It is not mandatory. Actually, the team is very new. I'm considering everyone as a very fresher. Okay, very fresher means zero. Technically, zero. Okay,
Okay.
so from the
Okay.
very basic, I'm starting and I'm teaching in such a manner so that everyone should able to grab the thing and they should able to deliver the answer in the interview. Okay, so you are
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Means we it is not mandatory that we have to mention line by line in a single line also we can consider.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Uh, because there are very fresher people at the team. Okay. Now rolling back to the topic. So here again I will do a small recap. So first we have to mention create table, then table name, open bracket, and the number of times you will open the bracket, same number of times you have to close it. Then all the column name guys you have to mention one by one, like ID, then comma, name, comma, location. But in the Excel file guys, you have seen that in any column you can mention in any column you can insert any value in the Excel file. But on the same manner, we cannot do in the SQL. We cannot do. Imagine that if you will create a table in the Excel file, in a Excel, then randomly in any column you can insert any value. Correct. But in the SQL, we cannot do like that. Then what we have to do? So guys, for every column in the SQL, we have to inform that in future, what type of data it will contain. Okay, consider example for the ID. So I want that in future the ID column should contain numerical value. Okay, numerical value. So we can mention number. Okay, number means what? Means I am telling the SQL that ID column. Here I am informing that the ID column in future it will contain numerical value. And how we will inform? We will mention number, and simply I will open the bracket, mention 2, close the bracket. This is the length, guys. This 2 means what? This 2 means in future I can insert only value ID 1 and ID 2. Answer is no. This 2 is the length defined. It is a length defined. Means in ID column we can insert any value which contains up to 2 digit. Up to 2 digit means what? Means starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 up to 99. Okay. On the same manner, if you will try to insert a value 100, then it will throw error. Why it will throw error? Because here the length defined was 2 and we are trying to insert a value called 100 which occupies 3 space like 1, 0 and 0. Then what is the solution? Solution is in place of 2 we will mention 3. Correct. Now that is fine. Again, so 3 means what? So 3 means in the ID column we can insert any record which contains up to 3 digits. Means starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 up to 999. Then on the same manner, if you will try to insert a value called 1000, then it will throw error. Why it will throw error? Because 1000 occupies 4 space and here we have given 3 space. Then what is the solution? Solution is we can mention 4. Okay, so like that we used to define the length. So for defining the length, mandatory we have to define the length. Minimum you can mention 1. Okay, maximum you can mention 38. That is the max limit. Minimum limit is 1, max limit is 38. Okay, so randomly imagine that I will mention 2. So that is fine. And this is the thing. Next column is what? Next column is name. So in the name, what you want? So imagine that we want to insert a name called Balaji. I want to insert a name called Chitra. I want to insert a name called Jyoti. Correct. Kiran. So I want to insert a name, multiple name, Tulja. Okay. So guys, here did you notice one thing? These all are what? So technically these all are character value like Sandeep, Chitra, Jyoti, Kiran. So these all are character value. But did you notice one thing? That their name value is not fixed. Imagine that Balaji Sandeep. How many character it contains? So B-A-L-A B B-A-L-I-J-A one space S-A-N-D-E-E-P. Total including one space it contains 14 letters. Imagine that Chitra. So C-H-I-T-R-A. It contains only 6 letters. Somebody name is Tom. T-O-M. Tom contains 3 letters. Somebody name is Jyoti. J-Y-O-T-H-I. It contains 6 letters. Okay. So these all are character value, but their length is getting varied. No one name length is fixed. So here what we can mention? We can mention like varchar. Varchar means varying character. Considering the sequel, that name column will contain varying character. And here, imagine that I will mention the length 25. Simply open the bracket, mention 25. Okay, 25 means what, guys? So 25 means we can insert any value, any name which contains up to 25 letters. Okay, 25 letters. So minimum you have to mention 1 for the varchar and maximum you can define 4000. That is the maximum. Okay. So imagine that roughly I will mention
Yes, sir.
25.
Yeah.
Then here. Next one is location. Location is what? So guys, location is same like name only. Like Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, and so on. Correct. Same like this name only. So the same thing we can mention, we can inform the SQL that this column will contain varchar data. Varchar. And imagine that I will mention 20. 20 means what? Means we can insert any value in the location column which contains up to 20 space. That's it. And then at the last we have to put semicolon. Semicolon means what? So guys, semicolon means an end of statement. Okay, means here I am telling the sequel that this is my end of statement. Same like in the movies. Once the movie is over, what notification you will get? Movie over, the end. Correct. On the same manner, we are informing the sequel that my syntax is over. How we will inform? By using semicolon. And then we will execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. Now here you can see we got the notification, table Big Bazaar created. So if you guys want to see your table, what you have to do? You have to just write down a default syntax. Select star from table name. So select star. Star means all the columns. Select all the columns. Select star from table name. What is table name? Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar. Bazaar. Okay. And then semicolon and execute it. How to execute? So select the syntax which you have written and hit on this button. And now here you guys can see the column is visible. Whatever the column name we had mentioned over here, all the column name is visible over here. Now anyone, any question?
Hello, sir. Krishna.
Yes, then go ahead.
So in the varchar, can we include the numbers plus alphabets? Can we include like that?
We'll discuss.
Digits
We will
and
also.
alphabets.
Yeah,
Yeah. In the varchar.
yeah. Today only we will discuss.
Yes.
Today only. Not today. Since it is Monday. It is Monday class topic. Okay. That is technically it will fall under insert statement. But just sort your answer. Answer is yes, we can. How? That we will discuss on Monday. Okay. But answer is yes. Now, anyone else also having any question? How to create a table? Okay. Silence, no question. Then now, for better understanding, we will see one more example. So imagine that Central Mall is your client. Okay, Central Mall is your client, and one day the client came and they told, please create one table with column ID, name, and location. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to create it. How we can create? We can create it on the same manner. We can create it on the same manner. So just observe your previous syntax, what we had written. Okay, so just observe line by line. So first we had written, guys, create table. Okay, this one, create table. So just type create table. And then what we have to do? So we have to mention table name. Correct. Whatever table name you want, you can mention. So imagine that Central Mall is the client. So we will mention Central Mall. Okay. So anyone, can you please confirm this one line syntax is correct? Is there any issue? Is there any mistake?
Yes, yes, there is an
Yes,
issue because
it's
there is a space.
underlined.
Space is
Yes.
there, sir.
Yes.
Space is there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Because here in this table name, we have the space. So what we have discussed that our table name should not contain any space. Then what is the solution? Solution is we can remove the space and write down Central Mall like this, or we can mention Central underscore Mall. Both are correct approach. Okay, both are correct approach. Then we have to press enter, then open the bracket. Okay, and then what we have written? So last time requirement was also, guys, ID name location. This time also the requirement is ID name location. Correct. So we will mention one by one on the same manner, like ID, number, and two. Okay, comma. Now press enter. Next, what we have to mention? Name. We'll mention name and then varchar 25. So varchar same to same we will mention because same to same requirement is there 25, comma. Press enter. Next column requirement is location. And last time also we had location, so we will mention on the same manner. So location, varchar 20. Okay, and then we have to press enter. Let me maximize this one so that we can see the above syntax also. Okay, close the bracket, then semicolon, and then that's it. Okay, same to same we have written, same to same we have written. So now we have to execute it. How to execute? Select the entire syntax and hit on this button. Okay. So if I will hit on this button, it will get executed, guys. It is the correct syntax. There is no problem. But this table, writing down this table, I will show you in a different manner. What different manner? So rather than varchar, okay, in the name column, rather than varchar, in the location column, rather than varchar, imagine that I will mention char. For the location also, we will mention char. Char means what? Means I am telling the SQL name column will contain character value because Sandeep, Chitra, Jyoti, Kiran, Tulja. Okay, so these all are character value only. So that's why I am putting the telling the SQL that it will contain character value. Location is what? Location like Pune, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. Okay, near Nirmal. So these all are character value. So I am telling the SQL that char means just in place of varchar, varying character, I am telling the SQL that it will contain character value. Okay, that's it. And then we will execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output. So here you can see we got the notification table central mall created. Correct. If you guys want to see your table, what we have to do? Okay, we have to just mention the default syntax like select star from table name. Okay, so select star from table. Semicolon executed. How to execute? Select the entire syntax and hit on this button. This is the execute. Now observe the data in the output. So here we got ID, name, location. Okay. Now guys. Now anyone, any question? Ask the question guys. Tomorrow you have to discuss. Okay. Silence means no question. Then I have a question guys. So here you can see the moment last time we have created a table big brother. Okay. Like this. And for the name column, I had given varchar. Okay. Again, just now we have created one more table called central mall, and in the name column, I had given cat. So what type of data we can insert over here? Okay. So what type of data we can insert? So imagine that if my name column contains varchar data type, technically it is called data type because we have informed the SQL that in future what type of data it will contain. So that is technically data type. This is data type. Okay, this is data type. So the name column I have. So if my table is created, and in the name column, if I have created a table with varchar, here what type of data we can insert? So guys, here we can insert a data like you can say Niran, Nirmala, and Sarad, Tom, and Balaji, Sandeep. This type of data I can insert. No. But if my table guide, it is created with name and char 25, then what type of data we can insert over here? So guys, here we can insert a value like Niran, Nirmala, Sarad, Sandeep, Balaji, and Tom. Okay, means in one line you can say same to same data we can insert. There is no problem, no issue. Okay, same to same record we can insert. Anyone, any question? Okay. Then interviewer will ask one question, guys. What the question is? The question is, what is the difference between varchar and char? What type of data you can insert? And what is the difference between char and varchar? What is the difference between char and varchar? So this answer, guys, I will tell you in a story form. Okay. So consider one example. Imagine that you guys are at home and few guests came to your house. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to offer some snacks to them. Correct. You have to offer some snacks to them. So the moment you went to the kitchen, there is no snacks. Nothing is there. Okay. But at your home, you have one brother. Your brother name is Cat, and you have one sister. Your sister name is varchar. So you asked your care brother to go outside and bring some snacks like kurkure, chips, and Pepsi bottle. So how much it will cost? So guys, it will cost 30 rupees. Imagine 30 rupees. But you don't have the change amount. You had 50 rupees. So you had given 50 rupees note to your care brother and you asked him to go outside and bring some snacks. So your care brother has taken the money from you. He went outside and he purchased the item. Okay. So he has taken the money from you, 50 rupees, and he purchased all the items and he came back. And he gave you all the stuff. But he didn't return your change amount. 20 rupees, he didn't return. So you thought it's okay, no problem. He's my brother only. So manage. Again imagine, again after some time, few more guests came. Okay. Then what you have to do? You have to offer some snacks. So the moment you went to the kitchen, again you found there is no snacks. Nothing is there. So again you ask your care brother, okay, that can you please go outside and bring the snacks like kurkure, chips, Pepsi bottle, samosa, chutney, kurkure. Okay. So how much it will cost? So guys, imagine it will cost close to 130 rupees or 100, imagine 20 rupees. So that is fine. But on the same manner, you don't have any change amount. You don't have any change amount. You had 200 rupees. So you had given 200 rupees note to your care brother and you asked him to go outside and bring the stuff, bring the snack. So your cat brother has taken the money from you and he went outside to purchase the item. Okay. And imagine he purchased all the items, whatever the things you told, and then he came back and he gave you all the stuff. Okay. But on the same manner, he didn't return your change amount. 80 rupees, it was a heavy amount, he didn't return. So it was a bit painful for you, but you thought it's okay, no problem. He is my brother only, so manage. Again imagine, again after some time, few more guests came. Then what you have to do? You have to offer some snacks to them. Correct. On the same manner, the moment you went to the kitchen, you found no snacks. Nothing is there. But you have to offer the snacks to the guest. Correct. So this time you thought, every time I am sending my care brother outside, he's going outside, he's buying all the stuff, he's bringing it back, but he is not returning my change amount. Extra change amount he is not returning. So this time I will not send him. This time I will send my varchar sister. So you ask your varchar sister to go outside and bring the stuff like kurkure, chips, vegetable, samosa, chutney, kachori, some fruits and some vegetables. So how much it will cost? So imagine that it will cost 210 rupees. But on the same manner, you don't have any change amount. You have 500 rupees note. So you had given 500 rupees note to your varchar sister and you asked her to go outside and bring the stuff. So your varchar sister has taken the money from you and she went outside and she purchased all the item what you told. Okay. And then she came back and she gave you all the stuff. And apart from stuff, she has returned your change amount also. She has returned. Then going further, whom you will send outside to buy any stuff? Your varchar sister or your care brother? Unmute yourself, guys, and then tell.
Varchar.
Varchar, correct. What about remaining? You guys will send care or by yourself you will go? Whom you will send outside, guys? Buying the stuff, care or varchar?
Obviously,
Varchar.
Varkar.
Varchar. Why we will send varchar? Because varchar sister, she was returning the extra change amount. Correct. On the same manner over here also, the varchar and char will work. Means if we have created any table, imagine that if we have created any table with name varchar. Here, if I will insert a value, imagine Tom, then what will happen? Then the Tom will get inserted. So Tom will occupy how much space? So it will occupy 3 space. T-O-M. Okay. And how much space we had given? We had given 25 space. So what about remaining 22 space? So guys, it will get returned by the table. Okay, it will get returned by the varchar. Remember your varchar sister, she was returning the change amount. Same manner over here also, the varchar will return the extra space from the table. Imagine next value if I will insert Jyoti. So Jyoti. How much space? Total 6 space. How much space we had given? 25. So how much is the remaining? 19 spaces is still pending. Okay, it is vacant. Then what the table will do? So the table will release those 19 blank space. Okay, so due to which our table size will not get increased. But on the same manner, if my table is created with name and char 25. Here, if I will insert a value, Tom. So Tom will occupy how many space? Tom, 3 space. How many space we had given? 25 space. So what about the remaining 22 space? So guys, remaining 22 space will not get released by the table. It will be in the table only. Remember, your care brother, he was not returning the change amount. Same thing here also. The care will not return the extra space from table. Okay, the care will not return the extra space from the table. On the same manner, imagine that if I will insert a value called Jyoti, so Jyoti will occupy how many space? Jyothi. Total 6 space. What about remaining 19 space? So remaining 19 space, guys, it will not get released by the table. Remember, your care brother, doesn't matter you give him 50 rupees or 200 rupees, he is not going to return the extra change amount. On the same manner over here also. The care will not return the extra space from the table. Okay, due to which our table size will get drastically increased. Now anyone, any question? Anyone? Sandeep, it is clear. Sandeep,
It's clear. It's clear.
Chitra, it is clear.
Varchar will give back the space and char will not give the space. Yeah, that will
Yeah,
be fixed. Yeah.
space allowed because imagine that your name is Balija one space Sandeep. So we can insert like the same manner. Balija one space Sandeep. Answer is yes. But that space will also get counted. Okay. Okay, no problem.
Uh,
Chitra,
so, so we
yeah,
should.
yeah, Julia.
So when we are giving varchar, so it
Hmm.
is taking alphanumeric, and is it included special
Everything,
characters as well? Because
everything,
in
everything.
location we have to give some special characters.
Okay. Answer is yes. Answer is yes. And how we can? So that is a separate topic. I feel that Sandeep or someone else also asked the same thing. Okay. About inserting the value.
Okay.
So answer is yes.
Okay, done.
That is Monday's class topic. No problem. Now, Chitra, any question from your side?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Harshita, is it clear? Harshita, first everyone unmute yourself. Don't act like a newly married bride. Harshita, any question from your side?
Sorry, I joined in late actually.
Okay, no problem. Then, Jyoti, any question from your side? Jyoti, any question? You are in mute, Jyoti.
No, sir.
Okay. Kiran, sorry. Then Niran, any question from your side?
No, sir.
Okay. Nirmala, any question from your side?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then Sarad, any question from your side, guys? Sarad,
Nothing from my side.
why I'm asking? Because few people used to hesitate to ask the question in a public forum. Okay, on a public platform. It is a very normal thing, right? And today is the day one of. Most of you are very
So
fresh.
I do have a doubt. Hello.
Okay, now
Hello.
you got the question. No problem. Yeah, go ahead. What is the question? What is
So,
the doubt?
for executing things, okay. So we have to just select the statement, or we need to select the entire create from the create table to the select statement to
Yes,
execute them, the execute
yes,
portion.
yes. To execute portion, you have to select the entire. Okay, have to. What syntax you have written? That one. You have imagine that from the we have to select entire syntax and then okay. So one of you had asked. So one of you had pinged the question that is it mandatory that we have to write down the syntax in a small letter, the SQL syntax? Answer is no, guys. Whatever you want, how you want, you can mention. There is no issue. Imagine that here I will write down first all the letter in the small letter. Select star from central hall. Semicolon, execute it. How to execute? Select the entire syntax and hit on this button. Now you can see it is working very perfectly. Same thing I will write down in the capital letter, all letter capital letter. Select star from central semicolon and then we will execute it. So the moment we execute, observe the data in the output. You can see it is working very perfectly. Correct. Same thing I will write down randomly, somewhere capital, somewhere small, like S E L, again E. Okay. Then C C star F R O M C and E underscore A L L. Now you can see sent. So randomly, somewhere I had mentioned capital letter, somewhere small letter, and then execute it. The moment we execute, here you can see it is working very perfectly. Correct. So SQL syntax is not case sensitive. If you want, you can write down capital letter, small letter, half capital, half small, wherever you want capital, wherever you want small, there is no issue. Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Even
Harshita.
the syntax is not segregated between the SQL and Oracle. There are some
No,
differences, right?
there is no segregation of the syntax. Okay. Syntax line here you can see the thing which I have written over here, like in one by one. It is not mandatory that you have to write down in this manner. Maybe Balaji Sandeep, how he will write down? He will write down like select bracket over here, name column over here, ID column over here, name char location over here like this. If he will write down the syntax like this, it is absolutely fine. Imagine that maybe Harshita will write down like name and ID and we can say name in this way. Location in the another column. No problem. That too is the correct one. Imagine that Jyoti will write down all the things in a single line only. Okay, like this. So that too is the correct one.
Mhm.
Imagine
But there
that.
are no differences between
Just wait for a
MySQL
minute,
and
Harshita.
Oracle.
Let me
Ah,
finish
sure.
my answer. Maybe imagine that Nitra will write down the syntax like create table center mark in this way and all the column in this way. It is absolutely fine. But here in this running class, everyone is very fresher. So that's why I'm just simply breaking the syntax for their better understanding. Okay, head for the next question. I feel that you had the question.
Yeah, there are some difference between the MySQL and Oracle instances, right? How you write the queries.
No,
Query.
In both, you can write down in any manner. You just have to be aware how to write down. Because doesn't matter Oracle, doesn't matter MySQL, doesn't matter H5, doesn't matter Python. Okay. So the aggregation is not an issue. The syntax which we have written, it should be proper. Imagine that if I will write down here wrong spelling in place of number NUMBER, if I will mention MBER, okay, then it is wrong. Then syntax will not get executed. Okay, no problem. Any other question also, Harshita?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
No, strongly welcome. Now, guys, so here we will see one more small example just for better understanding. Okay, one more table we will see. So here you can see, uh, here you can see that how we are writing down the table, guys. How we are creating a table. So we are creating a normal table and we are writing down this straightforward column. Okay. Now my requirement is we will create a table with some difficult column. Difficult column name means what? Difficult column name is means like you can say email ID, you can say PAN card, like that. Okay, that we will do now. So for that, what we have to do? So first we have to observe the previous syntax, right? How we had written. So first we have written create table, table name. We will mention same manner, create table and then table name. Whatever table name you want, you can mention. Imagine that I will mention UK underscore USA. Now press enter. After that, what we have to do? So we have to, what we have done previously, we had opened the bracket. Correct. So we will open the bracket and then press enter. And then what I had confirmed, guys, that one by one, you have to mention all the columns. Okay. So I will mention email ID, email, one is the ID. Okay. So if I just make it 1 minute away, I feel that someone is on the door. 1 minute. Yeah, right. Email ID, guys. Okay. So here we can mention like this. So can we mention our column name, email ID like this? Answer is no. It will throw error. Why it will throw error? Because my requirement is to create a table and have a column called email ID. I'm writing down the email ID. I'm putting the email ID. Then what is the issue? What is the question? So guys, that's what is the problem? So the problem is that our table name and our column name should not contain any space. It should not contain any space. Okay. Then what we have to do? So we have to mention how we have to mention. Then we can mention is like email ID without any gap. This is the solution. Or you can mention email underscore ID. Both are correct. Okay, both are correct. Then what we have to do? We have to put comma and then press next column name. What is the next column name? So next column name is, guys, you can say PAN card was requested. So we will mention PAN card like this. So guys, is it fine or is there any mistake with this column name?
Again, space.
Again, space. Yes, exactly. So here our column name, guys, it should not contain any space. Then what is the solution? Solution is we can mention PAN card without any gap or we can mention PAN underscore card. Okay, so that's it. And this is the last column, so no need to mention comma. Press enter, open the, close the bracket. Then because the number of times we used to open the bracket, same number of times we have to close it. That is fine. But along with this, I had informed you guys, I had confirmed that for every column we have to inform SQL that in future what type of data it will contain. You can see like this. Okay. So what we have to do? So on the same manner over here also for this column also we have to inform SQL that in future what type of data my email ID will contain. So guys, email ID will be very difficult. Okay, because maybe for someone it may contain numerical value. For someone it will not contain numerical value. Maybe numerical value will be at the beginning and character value, maybe character value will be at the beginning and then numerical value. It could be anything. Consider one example. Imagine that Chitra email ID is chitra@gmail.com. Maybe Chitra email ID could be 12chitra@gmail.com. Correct. Maybe chitra12@gmail.com. Maybe 12chitra56@gmail.com. It could be anything. Correct. So technically it is not a character value because here we have some number, and it is not a numerical value because here we have some character chitra. Correct. And it contains some special character also like at the rate and dot. Then what we should inform SQL that in future what type of data it will contain. So here confusion is there. Correct. So if you are confused for any column, if you are confused for any column, then what you have to do? So guys, at that time, blindly you can mention either char or varchar. Blindly you can mention either char or varchar because char and varchar is a evergreen data type. It will allow you to insert any type of data apart from date value. Okay, so here we can mention like this. So we will mention, imagine char, and roughly I will give the space like 30. Close the bracket. That's it. Same manner, PAN card. What is PAN card? So guys, we have seen that PAN card contains alphanumeric value. Like imagine my PAN card number is ABCD123 and G. Generally, technically, this type of this is the format of PAN card. So anyone, can you please confirm what we should inform the SQL, what data type here we should mention?
Varchar 2.
Varchar only.
Yes, varchar. Either we can mention varchar or we can mention char. Both are correct approach. Okay. So imagine that for this column I will mention varchar. No issue. Okay. And then simply open the bracket. I will define the length 15. Okay. Close the bracket. That's it. And then lastly we will mention semicolon and execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. Here you can see we got the notification table UK USA created. If you guys want to see your table, you have to just mention the default syntax called select star from table name, semicolon, execute, and have a look on the output window, guys. So whatever the column name we had given, we got. Okay. Now anyone, any question? Anyone, any question, guys? Oh, silence means no question. Then I'm going to give the assignment for you people. Okay. For today's class, assignment is create minimum 10 tables. Okay. With any column. Okay. Like we have created today 3 tables. Central Mall, Chennai, Central Mall, UK, USA, and Big Bazaar. Correct. So on the same manner, you guys have to create minimum 10 tables with any column. Any column is ID, name, location, email ID, phone number, hash. Okay. So any column you can mention. Anyone, any question, guys? Final call. Okay. Silence means no question. Then we are done for